Hi everyone, Dave here from finditswapit.com. Just a video, probably one of the last ones in the series because we've done all the basic activities now. Just on some other functions of the site, some not advanced but just different functions that aren't necessarily related to swaps. So the first one is reporting a listing. Okay, so if you see a listing that you feel invalidates the terms and conditions of the site, and those are displayed right at the very bottom, terms of use. You'll see that obviously we want to protect people against things like pornography being advertised, weapons, pets, and so on. You can read the terms and conditions. If you happen to see an ad that you think contravenes that, then it's very easy to report it. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. So if we do a listing, so if I find an ad, I'm not going to put an ad up, but you know, just it'll be fairly obvious when you see one that doesn't comply. So therefore, if you click on the ad, okay, and then there's an option at the bottom to report this listing. So you click on that. This time, same as before, it uses the mail engine, but it sends an email to the site administrators. It's got a title of the listing on there, and so at the end of it, if you just put a brief description, I feel that this ad is against the T's and C's because it has a weapon being advertised which cannot be right. Please remove it. Thanks. Send message. It says the message has been sent. The specified ad does not exist, it's a bug, we're working on that, but the message has been sent. That's gone to the site administrators, and so therefore we will pick it up. And if we go back to the home page, where you've got your message section, you'll see that you've generated a report listing request, and when the administrators have evaluated that request, then we will respond to you and let you know what's happened with it. That's reporting a listing. Back to the home page. We will obviously be looking at the ads ourselves as well and just trawling through them. There's always a flag, a report function in place on eBay or whatever. So therefore, you guys can keep your eyes out as well, and then we'll be able to react a bit faster. The administrators are trying to do full-time jobs as well as work on the website, so it's really evenings that we're able to do this. So yeah, that would be useful. Okay, what's the next thing? Social wall. So back to the home page, you can see that there's a social wall here, and pretty much it's as easy as just you can put a comment on at the bottom. That's it, simple as that. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Okay, once again, if we see any, you can delete your comment. If we see any swearing on there or anything like that, we're just not going to mess about. People just get banned. Okay, I'm not interested in people, in having discussions about whether this four-letter word, if it's just consistent and abusive, it's on the terms and conditions, so your account will just get pulled. So please don't exploit the social wall. Okay, forums up top. So there you go, idea for forum headings, idea for new categories, general discussion. So if we put ideas for new categories, and then if we create a new one, mobile phones, how about a section to add mobiles? Thanks. Put some tags in there, adverts, phones, submit. and you'll see that there you go. So someone else put a couple of entries down, mobile phones, so we can see that as well. So we'll go through the forum, see what people are saying, and that's all good. Okay, the swap blog. Swap blog is obviously where we post entries to the blog about news about the site, etc. So you can actually request entries to go onto the blog. So at the very top of the blog section, there is an area which self-populates your name. You can put in a title, news in press about Samsung phones. 1 + 1 is 2. Tags. I'll put some tags in here when I get some time. Did you see that news item about the new Samsung phone? It's on the BBC website. Might be of interest to people on here as you have a lot of Samsung phones being traded. Thanks. Link is here. www.bbc.co.uk/news/blah blah blah. If you don't mind, if you can put a link in, that would be useful. You can add a small file if you want to. Submit post. Success. You have successfully submitted a post. Now what that means is you haven't actually got it on the blog. So if we go back to the home page and down to the bottom where the blogs are, it won't actually appear. It goes through a validation process, and so that will come to the administrators. Administrators will have a look at it. And if we feel that it's a valued item related to the majority of members, then we'll post it at the bottom here, as we've done with these other ones. So that's the blog. And obviously, when there are entries on the blog, you are more than welcome to leave a reply about a particular blog item. I encourage you to do that. That's a great idea. What's the whole point, isn't it, of blogs? That's that. Contact us. So there'll be a map here and a little section for you to fill out. So you can put in there a title and a comment, attach a file if you'd like, and send it to us. So that would be fine. Welcome that. Okay, now another helpful little section is the chat function. So if you see at the bottom right hand side, we've got a who's online icon down here. Now if I click on that, you'll see I'm logged in as a user called Mario. I can see that there's a guy called Luigi logged in, which happens to be this screen over here. Now if I click down here, I'll see that Mario is online. So if I start a chat session going, hello Mario, you'll see over the other side on the right hand side, there you go, I seem to have put in gel Mario instead of hello Mario. It's early in the morning, sorry about that, but I'm going to reply back. Okay, so it is just an instant chat tool. Just use it as you like. If you find your friends on here, there's another function where you can play a little game. So if you click on the little solitaire card icon, there's a few here. So if we say tic-tac-toe, so that will send a request. So if I click on Mario has sent you a game request, click here to accept it. On here I've got click here to launch the game window, so I'll click on that. Okay, and there we go. So you can just playing a game. There we go. Looks like Mario won. He always wins, doesn't he, Mario? It's annoying. Okay, close that down. Close that down. What else have we got? That's pretty much it, really. I'm going to leave this video there now because it's going on a little bit. You'll I suppose the last one is this automotive guidelines, which we've put on recently. Obviously, dealing with cars, bikes, vans, trucks, caravans, boats is quite an expensive resource, and so therefore there are some tight guidelines that we will direct you to. A lot of it is common sense, and once again, a swap is a swap, and so therefore, you know, if you plan to meet somebody in the middle of nowhere and swap a car without any documents or any receipt, you're just asking for trouble. So please read this carefully, okay? Read the responsibility that the site takes for involved in swapping cars and goods, which is that we are just a meeting place to connect people together. So we provide an engine for submitting the ads and information about the ads, just like Auto Trader. So you'll get details about the car or the vehicle, whatever. You then need to exercise all the common sense procedures, like we said in the last video, in terms of looking at their feedback, you know, getting the documents together, conversing with them in a particular type of way. I can't tell you how to do that. It's just common sense, but you will find a lot of good information on here. There's a lot of you know, do a check on the car, see if there's any outstanding finance or issues with the car. Read these 3 forums that we're directing you to, because you're not going to get any better than the AA, which or what car. Some of these also contain forms that you can download, so I'm not going to take you through them all. You can have a read of those at your own leisure, but you do need to complete that paperwork together. Sign 2 copies as well, so you've both got a copy signed by both of you, which quotes, you know, various different information on those forms. So just have a read of that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it there. As I say at all the end of the videos, it's a new website, so really appreciate you mentioning us to your friends and family. Please get them to register, put a few items on. Obviously, as it gets bigger, then there's more chance of you finding a swap. Please like the site Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel and like that too. And this is Dave now signing off. That's pretty much it, I think, for the first tranche of videos. It's quite a straightforward site. As new functionality becomes available, then we'll post up new videos. If you have any comments, then please leave those behind. So I'm going to leave it there. Okay, Dave signing out. Thank you very much for your time, and speak to you very soon. Thanks. Bye.